Welcome to St Helens Road in Bolton. We're here to look at this substantial building which is going to be offered for sale via auction. Previously it's been used as swim start, so there's a swimming pool inside, there's an area which is perhaps suitable for or has been used as children's nursery space. Overall it's on 2 levels. Now at the far end, which I will show you, in fact I'll walk you around before we go inside and have a look round, the end of the building is rented out as a retail premises. That lease runs until 2025, I think it's June or July. It'll be in the auction pack of course, at £7,500 per annum. And that's the only bit of the building which is currently occupied. The swim school is not trading at the moment, so the property is vacant. But subject to planning permission, this might suit any number of uses. We've got this car park that runs along here. So there's loads and loads of car parking. Runs right up there. I encourage you to have a look at the title plan documents, which will show it in detail, but there's plenty of car parking along here. This is the building, that's the fire escape from upstairs. This is the fire escape from the swimming pool area. You can see the UPVC windows. You know, maybe it would suit a change of use to residential. Maybe you could get perhaps apartments in here. Maybe you could get a HMO. I really don't know, and I can't give you any promises on what would happen, but this is such a large building that there could well be significant different uses for it. And you've got the car parking, which of course always helps with any planning application. This is the way into the ground floor swim school, which I'll take you into in a minute. That's where we're going to go in. We're going to go in that door there. But I think what I'll do, just so you've got your bearings properly, is I'll walk you around to the front of the building. Then we'll go inside and we'll see the swim school and upstairs in there, ground floor and first floor, we'll look at that. Then we'll come back outside and we'll have a look around the shop as well, which is rented. So yeah, it's worth watching all of this video. So this is to give you your bearings. I'll show you this properly when we come back, but Park Cakes, Asda, and this is the street facing bit of the building where Aliman by Jabas.com trades from. And then we will walk back round here, because this road, perhaps where we were stood before, then leads up to the car park. So yeah, we're starting by a quick walk around, with the exclusion of the part of the building which is rented, which the lease will be in the auction pack. It's going to be vacant, sold via auction, and this is a substantial property. It really is, which might suit any number of different uses, subject to planning permission. We've got the car parking, that's always at a premium, and this is a fantastic building. Let's go inside and we'll have a look around. So from, I suppose, the back street side, the car park's on there. Follow this round to the rented section of the building. At that side, we're going to come in to the ground floor into what is the swim start building. We've got double timber doors into the entrance foyer, and then these UPVC doors are locked and you can be buzzed in, and the alarm is here. This is the sort of office come staff area, so if colleagues wanted to buzz visitors in or customers in, that's absolutely fine. There's a radiator in here. This way is sort of to children's play area, nursery type space. First of all, I'm going to just take you into here, because this is, well, first of all, that's the steps up to the first floor, and then this is into the swimming pool, which might be the area particularly of interest to other swim schools who are looking. So there is water in there. That's the fire exit on the other side, which is towards where the car park is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 windows to the front of the building. I think the shallow end is about 1 metre deep, and the deep end is about 1.5 metres deep. So it's been used as a swim school, children's swim school, for many, many years. It's been a long established business here. So from my point of view, if you're interested in buying the building and running your own swim school from here, well, perfect. You're already set up. You know, we could perhaps make arrangements for the sale of the chlorine and bits and pieces like that. So absolutely perfect from that point of view. May well suit other uses as well, of course, subject to planning permission, which I was talking about when we was outside. We'll look upstairs afterwards, but we're going to look at the ground floor first. So this is where we've come in. That's the sort of reception hallway area. This is the staff office, so you can let the customers in just using this phone here. You've got UPVC window to the front. This might be worth just knowing that we've got asbestos reports for both of number 1 swim start and number 2, this is what it was called previously, where the clothing shop is that we'll go and have a look at in a minute. So asbestos reports are there. They can be provided. In fact, they're going to be given to the seller's solicitor in due course. Just look at the size of this room. Absolutely fantastic space. Again, on the ground floor, we've got 1 window to the rear. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows to the front elevation. Now, don't get me wrong, absolutely brilliant, perfect for children's play space, probably perfect for any number of other uses as well. But could this be residential? You know, if you got change of use for this building, could you perhaps have, you know, relatively smaller units, 1 bedrooms? Would it work as a HMO? These are all things that it's worth thinking about. These are all things that it might be worth pursuing. There's various commercial applications for this building. Alternatively, maybe you're looking at it thinking, well, what's there is fine, but I'd prefer to have something else. And you might be saying, well, should we knock it down? Should we knock it down and put something else there? Maybe. These are all things that can be pursued if you wish to. However, the property is being sold by auction. So as we continue on the ground floor, we're going to go into here, which is an employee's kitchen cum shower area. Got a UPVC window, really good space. And probably at one point in its history, that door would have been open up and linked through to where the shop, ground floor shop accommodation is at the minute. We've got WC room with wash hand basin and the UPVC window, of course. Absolutely fantastic space, really, really versatile. Complete one-off, this building, and that's just the ground floor. Now, I'll take you upstairs and we'll have a look around the first floor before we go and have a look at the separate section of the building which is rented. So we've stepped upstairs and we've just come up here, so you might remember from where the door was into the swimming pool area. We've got, I think this is ladies, I think that's the gents, changing areas. But first of all, we're going to go this way into what is labelled as the waiting room. But to be honest, again, it would suit any number of different uses, this space. Really, really useful. We do have WC and wash hand basin in there. We've got 1, 2, 3 windows, 4 radiators. Superb. Really is superb space. And then as we go through this door, this is the fire exit corridor. So you might have remembered when we was looking from the car park that there was the steps on the external side of the building. That's out of there and then down onto that side. So we have the fire exit already. Looking back, I mean, it's not really customer facing space this, but we've got it. Oops. Turns out you need to unlock the door to get in. Sorry about that. Right, so now we're stepping into, I suppose, the boiler room. This is going to be used for heating the pool and whatnot. Really, really expensive equipment in here. This has got notice of all the service visits and things stuck to it. You can see the tank and the water system. Here's the meter. You know, this is a long-standing business that has been trading from here. I've been told about them. All of the checks are done for the Legionella, as you would expect. It's a fantastic business that's been going a long, long time. And, you know, really, this is just an opportunity to buy the building. But if you was going to run a swim school, well, you know, look, it doesn't come much better. Everything's already here for you, hopefully. So absolutely fantastic in there. Again, if you weren't using it as a swim school, well, you've just opened up an awful lot more space and potentially maybe even enough space for another residential unit, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? Any plans like that, of course, are subject to planning permission. So upstairs, yeah, there's nobody in, thankfully. So I think this is the ladies' changing area. So we've got showers, benches for changing space and children's changing space, of course. And then at the far end up here, wash hand basin and WC. So the ground floor is a little bit bigger than the first floor on this section. And as we look into the clothes shop in the adjoining space, the ground floor is smaller in that space, but the first floor is bigger. So you'll get a feel for it as you watch the video. So this is the gentleman's changing area, the showers, tiled floor, separate loo at this end again. Really, really good space. Such potential with this building. I think what I'll do is I'll sign off for the swim school part, and I'll take you to the front of the entrance for the shop. So I'm just showing you from the St Helens Road side. This is the part of the building which is currently rented out. Al Iman by Jubas.com. So this is rented till summer 2025. And we'll go inside and have a look around in this section in just a moment. To spin the camera around, you'll see Asda is just up here. What we've got behind me is the Park Cakes manufacturers, Runworth and Hulton Conservative Club, Cafe Chico, really, really prominent main road position. Just following this road as you continue down leads to the M61 motorway junction. Really, really prominent place to trade from, as Al Iman are doing here. And of course then, if you get in your bearings, just up this side street is which leads to the car parking. So there's plenty of car parking. And just to show you what else we've got around us, there you go. This is the street scene. This is the building from the main road, and where you would probably park if you're coming for a viewing is just in the car park down here. And we're going to go inside Al Iman and I'll show you around. So we've stepped inside through the double retail doors. I haven't lifted the shutters up. The shop is now closed at the minute, but got ground floor retail space here, and it's actually plenty bigger on the first floor. So this really is used as showroom space. I think the meters are just in through that door there. Staff door is just there as well. So really, really good space on the ground floor. And I will show you upstairs. So as we step up the stairs, well, first of all, we'll look at this bit here, which is really used as a storeroom. So we've got 1, 2, 3 windows on there, and at the far end, yeah, I do need to show you in here because this is where the boiler is. So we've got another window there. This is the Worcester 28i Junior boiler that's in there out the way. So we're almost at the narrowest point of the building. Here there's park cakes opposite, so that's where we were stood when we were just out the front. As we go back this way, you can see it's used as the storeroom. Office space. You know, if the property was vacant, you might have different ideas for how you wanted to use this. Now, this primarily is used as the retail, the customer-facing space. Loads of beautiful stock. Window there. These ones, the windows have just really been decoratively dressed, so there is natural light that can come in here as well if you wanted it to. One more storeroom in there, and try not to show myself too much in that mirror and put anybody off. This is just used as a dressing room. I think once upon a time there was a toilet in there, so maybe that could be returned to its previous use if you wanted to. So an absolutely fantastic proposition. Part income producing in this section that we're looking at and downstairs, and at the minute vacant on what was used as the swim school. So whether in the fullness of time you put them all back together and potentially redevelop the whole site, or you keep this one rented out, it's generating an income, that's smashing. You rent the swimming pool area out. Might make a brilliant nursery. It's got car parking. Could be suitable for any number of uses. Real individual proposition, this one. I hope you like it just as much as I do. Any queries, any questions, please give us a call. It's Cardwell's Estate Agents, Bolton, 01204 381 281. 01204 381 281.